Hey guys, it's Johan and welcome back to another episode again. And my friends, if you're watching this for the first time and you're wondering what's this guy doing online, basically guys, once a week I deliver free content all around the mindset, growth, wealth and health space. And I'm on a mission to build up a community full of positive people. So if you've been also hearing this for a while, guys, on Spotify or YouTube, you've probably noticed that this content is usually delivered on a Sunday night. And if you're watching this right now, this is actually being recorded on a Wednesday. So the reason why I decided to do a recording on a Wednesday rather than a Sunday is overnight we had some really great news, guys. So basically in the last couple of weeks, my team and I have been deciding how do we take this podcast to another level. I've got a marketing team and all that kind of stuff who help out. I'm very grateful for that too. And we decided that we would run a sponsorship campaign to, generate some monetary funds so we could look at hiring a professional studio in Melbourne so we could deliver a professional podcast for a 10-part series that we're looking at doing at the end of the year. And overwhelmingly, I woke up on Tuesday morning with that positive response where the monetary target was not just achieved, but we actually achieved a lot more than what we asked for. So through that, what's going to happen, guys, is not only are we going to deliver 10 really good episodes with professional equipment and settings and environment, we're also going to start donating the excessive funds that we have to a charitable organization. And honestly, from my heart, guys, for the people and organizations who have really supported me, I'm truly humbled and really appreciative of the support as well. And, knowing that these access funds are going to go and help people who are in need touches my heart. Sure, it touches your heart too. And I just want the viewers and listeners to understand that, when you do things from a place of service, guys, life will completely change. And it's happening to me every day that the more I focus on helping people, the more that my life changes, which is absolutely amazing. And that's why today's episode is all about your network. So when I talk to a lot of people, guys, usually the one thing I always ask is, how's your network? And when I always ask that question, people will say, I'm very lucky. I have a lot of good friends and family in my life, and that's all great. But what about when you need specific advice? Is there someone that you can actually reach out to for a specific question or reason to get the proper advice? Because unfortunately, everyone has limitations on their knowledge. We can't be an expert of everything. So if you're relying on just family and friends to deliver you information and help, you're going to be very limited to what you can actually achieve in life, guys, because we all are limited in some degree when it comes to learnings and knowledge. It's just the reality, guys, right? So that's a very important question. How does your network look right now? And if you're watching this and saying, look, man, my network is pretty bad. What can I do about it? There are plenty of things you can do, and I'll share with you too later on. And then I'm going to share with you my three main communities and networks I have in my life that's helping me grow and do amazing things so I can, achieve what I want in life. So when we talk about network, it's literally people that you can reach out with who have no bias towards you. So if you don't know what bias means, they don't have an opinion on you where it's to suit your narrative. So, if you get advice of your mum or dad or friends or cousin or family, they will usually give you some sort of advice that's quite fluffy, that nice surface level where they can't challenge you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But when you start reaching out to professionals in the marketplace who have vast knowledge and that are very critical, that's the only way you're going to really learn and become more resourceful and, get all the things you want in life. So how do you network? There are three main ways to network, guys, and it's very, very simple. And believe me, guys, we are living in an amazing time where it's easy to network if you want to. So number one is, I don't care if you're a musician, artist, teacher, employee, business owner, whatever you're doing right now, the biggest opportunity of your time is to get on LinkedIn and start networking with people on network who are aligned with your goals. Listen to me again. If you want to network with people who are aligned with your goals, get on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has become one of the biggest tools in my personal life where I've been able to really expand my network because of an online platform. And the greatest thing is I'm targeting in working with people and networking with people who have similar values and goals to me. Okay, so that's your number one tool. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can network with people on there. It's a very easy way to reach out with people. Usually if I want to meet someone who's very successful in a particular space, I usually reach out to them on Instagram and DM them. And believe it or not, my biggest mentor in my life was manifested from Instagram many years ago. And if I didn't press that click button, I wouldn't be here today having that confidence to talk to you and deliver this content, right? The third thing you can do is I would honestly look at joining or being part of conferences. So I went to a Perth conference a couple of weeks ago in Perth. It was an energy and mining expedition. And, I work in logistics as well, apart from my coaching business and whatnot. And, in order for me to generate some business, network with the right people, I went to this great conference, a lot of leads generated. And more importantly, guys, I've built up a large network of good people, which is absolutely awesome, right? So those are the three things you can do now to grow and have a network. That's straight away the most cheapest, effective, time-sensitive way you can do it in order to achieve your goals. So with me, guys, I've actually got 3 different communities and groups and networks I deal with, right? So number one is my church. So I'm a big believer in Jesus. Maybe you follow whatever religion you do. No problem at all with that. I think it is great if you follow a certain religion or certain higher power. I think there's nothing better. And if you can connect with that group that aligns with your values in life, your life is going to improve a lot. So in order for me to learn more about my religion and about how I can be a better human being to people, I've really needed to, really network with people within my church. And I'm not just talking about going to a Sunday, church session. I'm about joining in activities. So once or twice a week, I'm literally part of the church. So give you an example, once every couple of months, there'll be a day where we do a business meeting group, which is absolutely amazing. And, I get to meet other Christians who are business minded, and we get to share biblical sense in business, which is absolutely crucial for me. And then every Thursday, I'm part of a team where we talk about Jesus and whatnot. And basically we help other people who want to learn about Jesus, basically. And that's our little community there. But I don't care what you believe in again, but join some sort of community. Now, even if you like basketball, as an example, hang around a basketball court and you'll attract people who love basketball, right? If you want to become a really good skateboarder, hang around a skateboarding field enough and you're going to, associate with people who love skateboarding. I hope that makes, really nice common sense there. Nice and simple, right? The second community I've got is my business network. Now, when I talk about business network, I talk about people who are in various industries and have various different roles. And this all comes back to the fundraising campaign we did for our sponsorship for the delivering that new content, right, that I talked about at the start. So I've got, really vast contacts of accountants, lawyers, financial advisors, bookkeepers, people in logistics, doctors, cleaners, whatever we need. I have a network in pretty much every single job. And it's so important for me because I am in business. And in order to be in business, I need a network with a lot of people who are either self-employed or in the corporate field. Now, there are certain industries I don't work with because they're not aligned with my goals and who I am. But most of the time, my network is delivered for every single industry. Now, I've had a mobile phone where this mobile phone here, I've had the same number for a number of years. And over the number of years, I've accumulated different numbers of people who will help me in certain times of my life. So if I need a financial question because I want to deliver a product or I want to grow and take my wealth to another level, I can reach out to a person who can help me in that field. If I want to learn how to become a better salesperson, I have someone else within my network that can help me as well. And what I've noticed, guys, is successful people love to help successful people. So listen to me again. There are a lot of good people out there who are willing to help you, but you've got to make that first step. And there's going to be a value reason or what you could offer them in order for you to network with them. No one's going to meet up with you just for a coffee, just for a bullshit chat. People want substance when they meet with you, right? And if you can't be bothered doing that, and you're wondering why you don't have a network, then you've actually found the problem, if that makes any sense as well. And, what I've noticed, guys, is that some of the people in my business circle have become really, really good friends with me. And when they become good friends with me, that's when I stop taking advice from them as well, if that makes any sense. Because then the narrative and that bias changes as well, where they don't want to hurt your feelings. But I'm quite blessed that within my network, I've got some friends who can be quite brutal and honest with me, where they're like, hey, Johan, you've got to pull up in this section, or hey, you're doing this right, but you could do it better. And I don't mind taking any critical judgment. I think it's so important to learn from people who truly care about you, right? So that's my second network. And then my third network would be people who I look up to and always want to learn from. Now, unfortunately, the three people that I look up to in life are all based in the United States. So there are three main guys. There's Ed Mylett, who's a Christian businessman, absolutely amazing guy. A lot of fire, a lot of energy, one of the best salespeople I've ever seen and met. Never met him in real life, unfortunately, but hopefully when he comes to Australia, I get to meet him as well. Really look up to him as well. And I've got Pastor Irwin, who I was grateful to meet once in LA. He's a leading pastor for a church called Mosaic Church in Los Angeles, but he's also a visionary entrepreneur as well. He's so great with communication. And a lot of my communication skills have been learned from him as well, which is good. And then the most probably important person I look up to is a gentleman called David Meltzer. And I met him through Instagram as well. Did some coaching through him as well a long time ago. And then last year I flew up to the USA. I got to meet him and went to his studio and all this kind of stuff too. It was absolutely amazing time. And then over the last couple of years, more in particular, every time I need something on a high level, I can reach out to him as well and get some really cool, advice as well. So, a lot of the projects now that I'm working on behind the scenes, guys, too, is, I'm trying to build up wealth for my family at an aggressive level. And, I'm developing a fourth network now where I need to associate more and more with people who are buying properties. And, I went from having, a few people in the last couple of years to really having a large network of, people within that circle who are located in various states, like in Queensland, Sydney, Perth, and in Melbourne, and even Adelaide. And then more importantly, guys, as well, as I try and scale up and buy more property, I need to really align and talk to people who are far superior in that field than me, so I can learn from them. I mean, one of my friends has, 72 investment properties, and what he's done is absolutely amazing. And he's a big community man as well, so I'm learning a lot from him. And he's helping me understand how to use debt, how not to panic, and all that kind of stuff. So, guys, it's truly critical that if you want to grow and learn, that you must, network with great people in your life as well. So, guys, that's all I want to do with today's podcast. So I just really want to really touch on about building a network. And, guys, I really want you to understand that there is only one of you on this planet. And if you have some sort of idea, maybe thought, or maybe goal you want to achieve, and if there are people in your circle who are saying you can't do it, you got to find yourself a new network and associate with people who can help you scale to that journey. So God bless, my friends. Have an amazing week. And I'm sure the next couple of weeks will, share with you more news about the content that we're going to deliver. Speak soon and take care. Bye.